The biggest difference of Ephesus is, and here is, the preservation level of the theater is way better than Ephesus. As you can see, the lines are exquisitely cleared. Majority of the things are there, and they are still, as you've seen, working on it. Because originally the scanner part, the stage part, is second floor has to be done as well. You can see the museum, sorry, the top layer of those niches, that there's a placement of the columns as well. That is that. The press scanner is coming from down. You can see where the orchestra is. And that stage part particularly was used by the chorus. Chorus is the member group of the actors who could be totally free with regards to their critics, even about the king and the queen at that time. So that is the reason why they had this full security, like the reflection of the common sense, if it makes sense. Orchestra pit is still what we're using as a term. And then this whole thing is called auditorium. And you see that there's like a separating section of two levels. Those are called diazoma. Why? Because you see these little gates under the seats with iron bars today. That's where the service was happening, like a cinema theater. So we didn't have popcorn probably or soda, but they still had some sort of things to be served, and that's what it was for. And those slices of cake-looking things are called kaveya, which is not something that we practically use today. There is a royal lodge for sure. At the very center, closer to the stage, you can see a semicircular shape that belongs to the royal family. And obviously the seats going backwards is very much referring or addressing your social class at the same time. If you were wealthy people, you could actually buy a seat for the name of your family, even for the coming generations. So that's the reason why further down, where we can't get in now, on some of the seats are the names of those families written. That is what it is. Do not believe all those rubbish guide stories that there were lions fighting, gladiators fighting, or whatever. This is not a coliseum or an arena in any form. This was just used for drama. Tragedy or comedy, most of the time we believe that anything tragic is something sad. No, the original definition of tragedy is anything related to the state, problems, stories, heroic things, then it's a tragedy. If anything socially try to be impressed, then it is a comedy. It doesn't have to be funny to be a comedy.
Okay.
Does it make sense? Okay. Going back to your question, as you can see, compared to Ephesus, they're still at the beginning. Other than certain buildings like the theater or the graveyard, you don't see a sort of an intact completion of the excavations. And that is the reason why. Now, that was it. Episode 3,
Question.
by all means.
I'm looking where those columns are. There's about 6 or 8 of them lined up side by side with some statues in between.
That's correct.
What does that correspond to? Are
First-
those entrances
Those are the stage entrances of the chorus
for the actor?
for the actors. So the entrance for the people are from either this way or what they call vomitarium. As I'm going to point it out on the way down. Just by the stage, there are entryways from two ends, and you can see those lead to the gates in between the seats.
Okay.
So that was just used for the actors, not for the public.
Right, and the down there, which is the stage. I'm
Yeah.
looking at that gates. Is there
Underneath
right
that,
in the middle. Yeah, what is that?
orchestra was used here. Mainly the actor was in the main actors were in the orchestra. Chorus was at the higher level. So that is the location. Actor and actress, let's call it the lead actor or the lead actress, is down at the orchestra, and then the chorus is at the higher level back there.
Okay, thank you.